Okay, there we go. It looks like someone has knocked the camera there on the recording, so kind of be careful back there. So anyways, Baxter Parks Community Center, if you've not been down there, beautiful restoration. If you saw it, I wish I had a before picture, but they've done a wonderful job. Next, we want to do the Louisville Free Public Library, the Parkland Library restoration. Are they here? I think they said that there would be an individual here from the library.
Right there.
Oh, there you are. Okay, well, great. Let me see. These should be in order. I'm hoping we've got these correct, Nadia. Let me see. Yes. All right. We're doing great. Okay. And if you want to say a few words, you're welcome to.
Just want to thank everybody for this amazing honor. We are very proud to reopen the Parkland Library after nearly 30 years of closure.
You hold it up next.
Got it. Okay. Thank you very much for the award. We're very happy we're able to reopen the Parkland Library after 30 years of closure. We wanted to thank you so much. I'm Doug Foster, Manager of Design and Construction, and this is Natalie Woods, who is our branch manager.
I would also like to thank everybody. If you have not been to see it, please do come and see us. It's a beautiful space. We have been open since February the 27th, and every single day we have somebody that comes in and shares a memory with us. It's been an incredible emotional roller coaster, but a good one at that. So please come and see us if you have not. Thank you.
Okay, next is the American Friends of Lafayette. Sue Rogers is here. Sue, you don't have, I know that I'll hand it out to you there. But boy, if y'all did not participate in any of their activities earlier this year, y'all really missed something. We had Bonnie Wise, who is in Pennsylvania, I think right now, doing another Lafayette event.
The American Friends of Lafayette were at Brandywine yesterday. The American Friends of Lafayette were at Brandywine yesterday, and they also had a ball in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So Bonnie, if she can, she goes to a ball, and so do I. It just wasn't in the cards right now. But we hope that you joined us in the celebration, especially on May 12th, and we are actually contemplating if and how we can move forward with the Lafayette community during the 250th, our semi-quincentennial, even though there wasn't much out here in Louisville at that time. So keep an eye on it.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue. We have videos up online of all three of these events if you weren't able to see them. The one across the Big Ford Bridge was just spectacular. That was just, you've not seen any video of that. It was phenomenal. These folks came from Washington, D.C. especially for that parade.
They were U.S. Army.
U.S. Army
Yes.
military.
So they weren't reenactors, which is what the television said. But they were our Army.
They were phenomenal.
Yes.
Just a tremendous event. Thank you. Okay, the last refuge, Heaven's Door. I would have thought Alan would have liked Bob Dylan myself, but do we have anyone from the last refuge? I know Kitty Karen was talking to some people, but if not, we'll move on to the next. I don't see anyone. Clyde's helping me out here. Thank you. But if you've not been down to the last refuge, wow, what they have done to that former church there at Market at Hancock, just phenomenal. And no, you can't drink all those bourbons that you see. By the way, do go upstairs and see what they've done to the sanctuary space. It's phenomenal.
Steve, who did it?
Was it the local architects? I want to say Joseph and Joseph.
Joseph and Joseph.
Yes, Dave Newman's over there, confirmed that. Joseph and Joseph did that, yes. Okay, next it goes to the Butyl train station. Sadie Iavento, is Sadie here? Sadie, oh, Sadie is here. There you go, Sadie. And by the way, I want to give a shout out for Sadie again. She really helped when the old St. Paul's Church was threatened, was it last fall, I think, or was it earlier this year?
Earlier this year?
Earlier this year when it caught on fire and all that, Sadie stepped up and really led the charge to preserve that historic structure. So thank you very much. Sadie, any other comments that you have there?
I'm just really grateful to be here, and thanks so much for this award. And if you haven't stopped by the Mutual Trade Depot, come see us. We're adaptive reuse. We have weekend markets, and we're really about community-centered everything. So yeah, come see us. Thank you.
Yes, and we had an event there just recently, and it's a beautiful restoration that they did. Okay, the Benjamin Head House restoration, Capstone Realty. I'm not sure if Gabe Modar is here. Is Gabe, did he arrive? I got a voicemail from him, so I have a feeling he was having some delay. But anyways, if you've not been to the Benjamin Head House here in Middletown, wow, you've got to go in and see it. In fact, our September event is going to kick off from this house. We'll have a tour of it. I think it's September the 21st. We're having a walking tour of Main Street of Middletown. But if you've not been inside this, what they have done, it was built in 1804, and they've totally restored it, and it's just spectacular on the interior. And I'll get that to Gabe. Let me see, our next goes to the, okay. It's the Samuel W. Thomas Book Award. Sam Thomas, one of our legendary historians of Louisville. He's written over 20 Louisville history books. And each year since, these are some of the books that Sam has written. But since 2013, so about 12 years, we've been giving out an annual book award based on Louisville history. And here are some of the ones that won in the past. And this was our 2024 recipient, The Social Sounds of Derbytown, which was written by some of our LHL historians. And then this year, it's for Lakeside, Bridget Kalin. Bridget is right up front here. I'm going to hold the book while, if you would like to say a few words, Bridget. I gave you the wrong thing.
I know,
I
gotta change the
gave
channel.
her the
I'll be quick. Oh, thank you so much. This is so cool. I have to thank my family for giving up so many hours while I was deep in archives, and publisher Carol Butler, who was around somewhere, and Mary Graves of Lakeside, who was just phenomenal in helping me do this really, really hyper-specific topic. That's the book. This is the award. And I just wanted to kind of remind everybody, because it took a lot of remembering on my own site, that I wondered who wants to read a book that's like about one small part of one zip code. And the more I dug, the more honest about the truth, the more truthful stories I uncovered. And I kind of realized that we don't need bigger stories, we actually need smaller stories. And just kind of a reminder to people who think their stories aren't worth sharing. Sometimes the more specific that you get, the more universal truths you can uncover. So I really enjoyed writing it, and thanks for liking it.
Thank you, Bridget. And, there are some copies of the book in the other room that Bridget can sign if you're interested in purchasing one after the program. So thank you, Bridget. Beautiful book. Okay, next, Brandon Clayco Civic Advocacy Award. Brandon was a beloved board member of the Louisville Historical League who passed away way too early. Here are some images of Brandon. He's very passionate about Louisville history preservation, very similar in the style of Alan Steinberg. And he did the Broken Sidewalk blog, which was just phenomenal. And people still, I still get emails about the blog on a regular basis. So phenomenal. Here are some of our past recipients of the blog, of our Brandon Clayco Civic Advocacy Award. And we do have Al and Julie Clayco here. And our recipient this year is Keith Runyon. I'm not sure, is Keith here? I've not seen Keith. I know he's having health issues. Keith is not here, correct? Okay, well, unfortunately, we'll get this to Keith. He is having some health issues. Said he would try to make it, but I think the heat index today might have gotten to him a bit. But anyways, Keith Keith was longtime editorial writer for the Courier-Journal, very passionate likewise about preservation and history, and we want to thank Keith for all his dedicated efforts for decades there. Oh, here we go. If you would like to get another picture of
I
that.
was going to take a picture and send it to Keith.
She's
There
going to
you
send
go.
it to Keith.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Thank you, Steve.
Okay, great. Next is our Martha Elson Neighborhood Advocacy Award. Martha just lived a block from the Peterson Dumino house here, and as any of you who read any of her articles in the neighborhood section of the Courier-Journal, she was passionate likewise about Louisville history and preservation, and again passed away far too soon. But anyways, we loved Martha, and so we dedicated this award to her every year. Here are some of our past recipients. They go to neighborhood leaders who have done phenomenal things for their areas and districts. This year is Sean Williams of the Old Louisville neighborhood area. There you go, Sean.
Well, I am deeply honored and quite surprised at this, and so I thank the Louisville Historical League for this honor. I knew Martha Elson and talked to her, and was quite honored when she reviewed my book on Belgravia Court. She wrote the article in the Courier and she titled it Well Read. And I thought that was probably the finest review I could get. But I am very proud to work with the Old Louisville Neighborhood Council. If you don't know us, we are a long-standing organization that has worked for historic preservation. And I've always understood that we stand on the shoulders of people like Alan, who did major preservation work. And so we continue it this day through our work with the City of Louisville on zoning issues, infrastructure issues, all kinds of things. We're very vigilant. So thank you so very much, and I was very pleased to be here today.
Thank you, Sean. I've known Sean for many years. I think you've been with the Old Louisville neighborhood since 2015, is that correct? About 10 years? And whenever we need something or coordinate something with the Old Louisville neighborhood, Sean has said, yeah, whatever you need, however we handle it. So she's been a great advocate for our local history. Okay, next, and this is very touching presentation, our Founders Award. We've been doing this for 35 years now. It's hard to believe, right, Clyde? And Alan or Clyde, or both, have appeared to give out this award every year. And Clyde, fortunately, is here to assist in this presentation. Here are some of the past recipients, going all the way from Sister Mary Michael Kramer, is that how you pronounce her name, until Kenny Karam, who received it last year from Alan. It's a who's who of Louisville historians who have received this award over the years. And so we're glad to do this. So this year is Jim Holmberg. Jim is here. Jim and I go back decades. I don't want to say how far back, but I've known Jim for many years, and his family. We grew up in the Oklahoma area of Louisville, and have known him over at the Filson Historical Society for many years. Whenever I always have a Louisville history question, that he's the resource to go to. So Jim has just been a dedicated, passionate historian for the past many years, decades. I won't say how long. You had hair last time when you started this. But anyways, Jim, I'll let you.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, this is how small a town Louisville can be and how everybody knows each other. Steve and I do go way back because his wife Kathy and my sister Janet were best of friends growing up, and her younger brother Steve was one of my best friends, and my sister introduced the two of them. So there you go. So we've known each other since the 70s. Yeah, 50 years, that's all. So it's an honor. Thank you very much. And having spent 43 plus years now at the Filson Historical Society, I just want to say how important it is and how fortunate Louisville is to have volunteer grassroots organizations like the League. Because working together, and I see a lot of familiar faces, folks I've worked with over the years, our paths have crossed any number of times. That's how you save history, that's how you record history, and a little bit is lost all the time. And so working together from whether it be a professional organization, but really, very importantly, volunteer grassroots organizations that can often get a lot more done at that local level than other organizations can. So thank you very much.
So that concludes, and Clyde, make sure, here you go, here you go, you need to say a few words.
Couple things.
Yes, it's your award.
And I promise this is going to be really short, but just some reflections on Alan. And just that people have said over the years that Alan and I were kind of like a two-hand ecumenical movement 50 years ago. I've been to the Standards many times for Rosh Hashanah and to the temple with Alan, and he read at my first Mass, and so that's gone on for 50 years. I did want to say that a couple things that I think Alan and I first became friends in the 1960s, and I think one reason we became friends was some similarities, and one is we both were we had one brother each, and we were both extremely close to our brothers. And that has continued, I think, for both of us over the years. And then the other thing is that Al and I both had extraordinary mothers who were very involved in the community, and I think that rubbed off on both of us. So I just wanted to kind of put that into the mix. And then one last quick story, and that was I was at graduate school in New York at Fordham, and Alan and Steve, my brother, came up to visit. I often wondered over the years if I had not gone to Fordham, if I had gone to Nebraska or Kansas, if anybody would have come to see me. And lots of people came to see me when I was in New York, and it was a free place to stay. But anyway, Steve and Alan were up more than once. But the great memory here is, and I was a witness to this, I can testify. Three of us were on Times Square, and an ambulance started to come through, siren blaring, and nobody, traffic, there was and nobody moved. Everybody just sat there and nobody got out of the way. And Alan jumped out of, and Steve can testify, Alan jumped into the middle of Times Square and started directing traffic. Move it, and they moved. So thank you, I just wanted to add those little touches. Thank you. Steve, you have anything to
Well, thank you, Clyde. We'll allow more tributes. Those of you, we do have lemonade and ice cream. A lot of ice cream still left in the other room. If you'd like to get some lemonade and ice cream, feel free to do so. If you would like to speak a few words, keep it kind of brief a bit if you could. But if you would like to do that, pass the microphone around. Who would like to? Rick, do you want to go first? I'll give it to Rick first.
Feel free to get up and move about. 43 years ago,